The air-conditioned office. I walked in with ambitions, or maybe I walked in to find them. My tasks were well defined, my seat was assigned, my future subject to approval. I chose the Matrix dream not because I loved it, but because rent doesn't negotiate with dreams. I pushed my ambitions aside, told myself later, later became routine. Routine became identity. Chaos is dealt with by escalations, not conversations, not understanding, escalations. And the manager, yes, the manager, decides how far I can go, how loud I can speak, how much truth I can carry without being called difficult. Policy has killed my creativity without ever touching me. No blood, no noise, just slow suffocation. Everything is about the balance sheet. How much did we sell? That is the question for survival. Not how are you holding up, not how is your mind, not how is your home. Pleasing the customer at the expense of my psyche, smiling while hollow, delivering while drained. They budgeted for me to get a new seat, but never budgeted for my peace of mind. At the end of the day, they forget they are losing when they cover illness with insurance instead of asking why we are sick. They talk of limited productive time. They never talk about limited human time. They talk of limited family time, taxes, deadlines, deliverables. They squeeze time until even starting a family feels irresponsible. A spreadsheet. Love becomes postponed. Family is replaced by networks, professional networks, strategic connections. Forgetting that networks will only love you based on what you give them. Chances are you may marry your colleague not because of love, but because proximity convinces you that comfort is chemistry. Have you forgotten that the longer you stay with someone you never found attractive, the easier it becomes to call familiarity beauty? They talk of no time to exercise, no time to breathe, no time to be still. The pot belly arrives quietly, like proof of loyalty. They talk of no time to cook your soup, so junk food becomes normal, normal becomes habit, habit, it becomes disease. They talk of no time to fan your faith, but plenty of time to believe in the dream of the company. Faith is redirected, hope is repackaged, purpose is outsourced, and beneath the air conditioning, things happen silently. Sexual harassment, disguised as jokes, as mentorship, as compliments. Eyes that stay too long, hands that test boundaries, power that dares you to speak. Speak, and your contract weakens. stay silent, and your soul does. Conflicts with leadership don't explode, they delay. Approvals stall, emails go unanswered. Ideas die quietly in inboxes marked pending. Leadership speaks of values on stages, but cannot recognize tears at desks. Well-being is a slogan, productivity is a religion. Talk of political correctness in the face of mistakes. Talk of walking in circles around straight issues. They say, we don't want you to reason if that reason contradicts our values. We don't want you to think if that thinking conflicts with our rules. We don't want you to create if that creation doesn't bear our blueprint. Be as innovative as you want, as long as it repairs our broken systems, not exposes them. So I ask, dear Mr., dear Miss, how long will you be air-conditioned to forget your ambitions? How long will comfort convince you that this is life? Because the air-conditioned office does not destroy you loudly. It doesn't scream, it doesn't punch.